I'm Professor Wiseguy here with another 5-minute fix. This time, we're delving into the dangerous world of the Oxford comma. What is the Oxford comma? Well, I'm glad you asked. Also called the Harvard comma or the serial comma by those agnostic about prestigious universities, this is the one that would go before the and in a list of terms. I'm sure you know that you put commas between items in a list. If you say parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, then you're surely going to put commas after at least parsley and sage. Nobody disagrees about that. Where the disagreement arises is whether you should put one after rosemary. If you put it in there, that's the Oxford or Harvard or serial comma. So what do you say? Should there be a comma after rosemary? If you say yes, then you are one of the good people, the virtuous users of the Oxford comma. Why does it matter? Well, usually it doesn't, but sometimes it makes considerable difference. For example, at breakfast time. For breakfast, I'll have biscuits and gravy and ham and eggs. How many orders have I put in for breakfast here? If you're familiar with the things that go on the breakfast menu at Denny's, then you might see this as 2 orders. Biscuits and gravy, and ham and eggs. The Oxford comma makes it clear. For breakfast, I'll have biscuits and gravy and ham and eggs. In this case, that comma makes it clear what things go together more and what things go together less. And it's breakfast, so it's important. Let's do one that could be a matter of life and death. Be sure to rescue the 2 children, Regan and Nora. Without the Oxford comma, I'd say that I'm rescuing 2 people. They're both children and their names are Regan and Nora. But what if there are actually 4 people, 2 unnamed children, and then Regan and Nora? If we add the Oxford comma, then we get that result. Be sure to rescue the 2 children, Regan and Nora. Of course, you might say, we'll just add the Oxford comma if it matters. But the problem with that thinking is that it's not always clear if it matters or not from the reader's perspective. If we say, don't use the Oxford comma, then that sentence, be sure to rescue the 2 children, Regan and Nora, could refer to 2 or 4 people and be equally correct. Try this one. Brenda is a hard-working physician, a wife, and mother of 2 grade school boys. So is Brenda the mother and wife of these boys? That's creepy. Of course not. How about this? Among those interviewed were Merle Haggard's 2 ex-wives, Kris Kristofferson and Robert Duvall. This one supposedly appeared in print years ago, and I'm pretty sure that Merle Haggard was never married to the 2 guys mentioned. Similar to that one is this regarding Star Wars. Luke Skywalker traveled through space with 2 androids, Han Solo and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't remember Luke and Obi-Wan being androids, but I haven't seen that movie in a long time. So, should you use the Oxford comma? If I got to control the universe, I'd say yes, but unfortunately I have to say that it depends. You see, English, annoyingly enough, doesn't have a grand rule-making body with me at the head of it. Instead, we have millions of minor rule makers, each of us, and a considerable handful of more influential ones. In the academic world, the influential rule makers are the style guides, the rule books. The Modern Language Association, MLA, American Psychological Association, APA, and Chicago Manual of Style all recommend the use of this comma, as does the venerable Strunk and White Elements of Style. On the other hand, the Associated Press, AP style, as well as the New York Times advise against it. If you are a student in an American school, then I'd advise using the Oxford comma. But if your mid-level rule maker, the teacher, says not to use it, then don't use it. If the company that you work for has a style guide, then follow it. But the bottom line is this. In school settings, use the Oxford comma unless you have a good reason not to. In all settings, follow the guidance given by those who dictate the rules in that setting. And 3, realize that the Oxford comma is ethically, morally, and perhaps environmentally the right choice. That last one might not be quite sound. That's the wrap on the Oxford-Harvard serial comma. If you found this useful, then like it, subscribe, and ring the bell. Until next time, though, get out of here.